Joining me now is Richard Gebhart, the chairman of NCBA's Federation Division. Now, Richard, you're the chair of the Federation Division. Why don't you tell folks a little bit about what that job entails?
You know, Kevin, I think the key is to look at the title. And everyone knows what a chair is, but the key word in there is federation. And that's all about collaborating, coordinating, and everything. The other thing I work a lot with is in the operating committee, which kind of allocates part of the checkoff dollars with my counterpart, Weldon Wynn, who is the chairman of the Cattlemen's Beef Board. But I would tell you the chairman is all about building and strengthening that state and national partnership.
And when we send in our dollar from selling the cattle, tell us again, how is that dollar split?
That's one of the keys to the success of the checkoff, because you know we leave 50 cents, half of it, down there with those state beef councils, and they have complete authority over that 50 cents. The other 50 cents comes up into the Beef Promotion Operating Committee to be allocated for more broad-reaching national programs. But the states have complete autonomy over that 50 cents. They can spend it into export markets, they can send it up to the Federation, and the Federation Executive Committee can decide to set it over there in the Operating Committee. There's a lot of flexibility with that 50 cents at the state, and that's one of the things I'm most proud of, is that local producer control of that half of that dollar.
You know, a moment ago you mentioned the state and national partnership. I hear a lot of people talking about that. Scott George talked about that yesterday. Why do you think that's so important?
I think it is, and I mean sometimes we let those words flow off our lips too quickly, and we've got to make sure we always reach down to those producers and listen to them. You know, there's 750,000 of them out there. That is a big group to try to coordinate and listen to. So it's just imperative that we try to keep our ears down there with the cowboys and cattle women on the ground.
What some people may not be familiar with is that you all have had a new committee structure in place for about a year now. Tell us a little bit more about that and how that's working.
You know, that committee structure, first time we probably changed the committee structure in decades, I would say, and there was some growing pains in it. I'm most proud of the continuous improvement effort. We gave the committees, we listened to their feedback, and we'll listen to their feedback again at this convention, and made some improvements in that structure. But the big difference is it's directly tied to the demand drivers for beef. So it's not a silo effect, it's trying to reach out and touch those very important demand drivers.
And you've also done a few other things relative to changing how some of those funds are raised, right?
Yeah, well, you know, when we looked in the operating committee and we looked at an ever-increasing population in the world for us to influence and a declining checkoff dollar, we thought it was important that we reach out there and make sure our strategy is right. And that's been about a 2 or 3 year process to look at this. And in this 50th year anniversary of the Federation of State Beef Councils, one of the things I'm most proud of the producers coming together is deciding on a change in the strategic direction, focusing on the millennial generation, and deciding to focus on just one means of several to deliver the message to them with a digital type approach. And most importantly, we are getting better at being data-driven in our resource allocation.
Very good. Well, congratulations on this 50th year celebration. More importantly, thank you for all you do to spend our money wisely and maintain that strong state and national partnership.
Well, you're welcome. And I want to tell you something. When I sit in Claremore, Oklahoma, it's great to watch this show.
Thank you, Richard. Please join Richard as a member of NCBA. Just give us a call at 1-866-USA-BEEF or visit us online at beefusa.org.